Walker, Hilltop RV Superstore. Today we're going to go through the new 2012 Shasta Revere 27-foot bunkhouse travel trailer. The bunkhouse is equipped with a full slide out. Up front in the coach, you got your hitch light right here. When you're hooking up at night, you're going to be able to see what you're doing. Plus it's got the Radius Rock Guard diamond plate. It's going to protect the coach from any rock debris that may be coming up during travel. Two 20-pound LP tanks or propane tanks right up front. Coming right along here. It's got a nice aggressive radius cap area, so for towability going down the road, it's going to push the air off real nice. Over here, your 4-point stabilizer jacks. It's got 4 of them, all each corner. And then right here is your throughway front storage. Now, the Shasta does an insulated door. Now, some manufacturers will have a thin fiberglass door with some minor structure to keep it intact. This is a true solid dense foam block insulation solid door. Now, they also did the bulb seals around the door to keep any kind of moisture out, and it's going to close much better, seal much better. Moving right along, your full slide out, it's 47 inches deep. It's a full 6'2" inner height, so you're not going to have to duck to get into the slide out. It's a nice seamless transition into the dinette and the sofa. Cable TV hookup right here. If you'll bear with me, we're going to walk right on the back here. And these are just a few items that you're not seeing on the other comparable manufacturers. For example, this has the black water flush. That's a jet that's in your black tank specifically for your toilet. When you utilize this, it's going to flush your tank and clean it up real nice. City water hookup right here for your garden hose. And then you have your external marine grade Marinco 30 amp service cord. Advantage to this is that when you get to camp, you grab the cord, hook it up, plug it in, and you're done. You're not going to have to be tucking the cord into this compacted little area, and that seems to be getting more difficult as the colder they get. Down below here is your dump station. You'll notice it's not underneath the slide like some of our other manufacturers. They got a nice easy location, so it's easy to get to. And then your other stabilizer jack here. They've also afforded it with a external shower. Now what this means to you is that when you're out to camp and you want to clean things up before you go, you got a nice hot and cold option. You want to rinse the kids' feet off, whatever it takes, right here, not inside the coach, keeping the coach clean and nice and organized. Right below that, right below that, there's a low point water drain. Advantage to this is normally it's located way underneath, and sometimes you got a low crawl underneath the coach to get to it. This one is low and right accessible right here. Nice and easy. And what that does is when you're done camping, it'll drain the whole water system. So the next time you use it, you can have fresh potable water. You won't have any old water in there that's been sitting for a week or two. On the back of the coach, this is a rear slide out tray, and this will hold up to 250 pounds. Ideal for carrying bicycles, outside grills, firewood, anything you don't typically have room for in the truck. This does slide in too, so when you're not using it, tuck it in, put your pins in, and you're right in business. Spare tire, cover and carrier, all in one. 4-inch solid tubular bumper. You're going to be able to put your sewer hose in there when you're not using it. Keeps it ventilated and open. This is another storage point. They took advantage of the layout being a bunk right here. They opened this up and created a nice storage bin. So they're maximizing on their storage area and capabilities. And again, this is that insulated thick door and bulb seals to close it off. Right along here, you've got your 110 plug, so you can plug in your awning lights or any other device. Easy lube bearing axles, so you don't necessarily have to pull the whole hub off to go ahead and lube those axles up. It's already rigged up. Here's your refrigerator access panel for maintenance, and then your outside external exhaust for your furnace. And of course your 6-gallon direct spark ignition water heater. And this is your freshwater fill, where you're going to go ahead and fill it up if you do primitive camp. Now, as I said earlier, if you're not using the freshwater tank, then that means you're using a garden hose, which plugs right in the side, so you don't have to turn on that water pump you can use that existing water pressure. This is a triple step hickory step. Ideal because I got my whole foot on the step. I'm not putting it underneath where I can trip. It's nice and open, easily accessible. You come right on in. Now right off the bat, I'm 6 foot tall, so you can tell we're better than 6 foot in the actual slide out height. And again, this is nice and smooth. When you go to get in and sit down or sit in the dinette, you got a lot of room to do it, and it feels more spacious. Plus, they did a 7 foot tall ceiling height in here. So that's going to give you a lot of open feeling, and you won't get cabin crazy, as they say. Right over here, this is the U-shaped dinette. Now, this is becoming ever so popular, and I think it's for obvious reasons. You can get up to 6 people pretty comfortable in this area. This does drop on down to a bed as well. They did the bolster back cushions here, so that person who does sit in the corner, he's going to have a lot of room and support to be comfortable. The table is what we call a swing level drop table, and all that is a button right here that will allow you to basically drop it right down, if I can find it. I'm not seeing it. But at any rate, it will allow you to drop the table right down. It'll swing right down and go down in one position, and that'll slide in and go right into the bed. The other option too is because it does collapse and fold down, you can squeeze it out the door and use it underneath your awning for additional counter space. The other thing I like what Revere did is they did a lot of outlets. If you'll look down there, there's an outlet there. And that's going to, for games, laptops, whatever it may be that you need to plug in, you'll at least have that option. And then right on over here, there's another plug right here. And what's great about that, again, is, same principle. If you want to do your coffee pot on the table, or if you want to plug something in, if you're cooking and you want to be able to utilize that table storage, you can. 60/40 acrylic deep sink with a high-rise faucet. This is a laminated countertop, and it is seamed, so there's going to be no gaps in between that. They also did the smooth glide drawer system, which is really nice. Notice how smooth it is. There's no herky-jerky, just like at home. Opens right up and closes. They also did mortise and tenon cabinetry. It's all mortise and tenon. It's actually slotted into the wood. So structurally, it's going to maintain that original design until whenever. It's not going to sag or kind of get all kittywampus over a few years of use. And that's the concept. Right against the wall, you notice how they did their entertainment center. Now, the industry is moving more towards the flat screen TVs, so you can tell you gain some depth in the actual bedroom too. DVD player already set up to plug it into your TV, and AM/FM CD stereo. Right on through back here, you got your double door fridge and full pantry. Now, some of these are also doing what they'll call a convertible setup, so that basically you can use it as a wardrobe or pantry. So your call, do what you want on that. But it's nice to know you have that versatility. Double down, single up. That's a double down bunk, bed, and then the single up. And then you got wardrobe storage there. Outside sink right by the rear bath with a medicine cabinet, fully wooden wet medicine cabinet. And again, acrylic sink. And then, of course, your full tub surround in the bathroom with the skylight. And a marine grade toilet with a floor flush. So you don't have to touch anything when you flush the toilet. Nice big open room. Now the floor is Bow Floor. Bow Floor has its own 2-year warranty, and it's also crack, mold, and mildew resistant. So it does have a little texture to it, so if it is wet, you're not going to slip and fall. But the big thing again is it's really engineered and designed to actually stretch, not crack. So you won't have those little cracks in 10, 12, 15 years because of temperature changes in the winter. Your cold air intake for your furnace is nicely finished off. It's got a nice wood grain finished off intake on it versus the metal grate that you sometimes see. So guys, take a walk through. I'm going to let our cameraman go right through there and take a peek at the bedroom. It does have central lighting when you walk in. You got your switch right here. And then the Queen Island bed with full storage on either side and deep overhead storage. They maximize their depth right there. Now another thing that I wanted to mention too as we close here, the Revere's frame, which is a big thing to me, the A-frame is actually integrated into the steel I-beam frame. So it's not welded below the I-beam frame. And if you'll walk over here, Sean, we'll walk out and we'll capture that. You'll notice, for example, on any other manufacturer, and I don't want to point any out, but this frame, this A-frame, is integrated right into the steel I-beam frame. Other manufacturers will have it welded up underneath here, and it doesn't necessarily become an integral part of the actual frame. So towability, great towability. The trailer is real nice because of where it's located. So again, guys, Corey Walker, Hilltop RV. We just went through the 2012 Shasta Revere. I want to thank you for joining us. Talk to you later.